Well, good morning. Today is my first official day with students, so my first official day of year 17 teaching high school math. Hi, my name is Kate. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I thought that I would take you guys along through today and tomorrow. My first day with today, since we're on a block schedule, my blue kids, and then tomorrow my gold kids, and just kind of see what the first day of school, in my case, the first 2 days of school looks like. So it is about 7:27. I've got about an hour before kids come in. I came in early today so I could finish up a few things. I need to finalize my syllabus and get those printed for my classes for today. I see 2 geometry classes and my pre-calc class. So I'm going to get those finalized. I'm going to get my start slides put up on the board and finish just prepping for the day. So I will get that done and I'll talk to you guys later. So the first day of school, I do not assign kids seats. I let them pick their seat, and this is the information they get when they walk in. And then depending on how well they do with their teams, I may leave them, I may make seats for them, just kind of depending on how they work well with their team. So this is what they're gonna see when they walk in, and they get to pick. And then that allows me to kind of get a good idea of what type of seating each of my students likes. So what I was just setting up was the 2 activities that I'm going to do for my geometry class. So the first one, the marshmallow challenge. So we need spaghetti, marshmallows. I've got a yard of string, same with tape, and then I will hand out the scissors. The other thing that I prepped was the other activity that geometry is doing. So when I have a lot of supplies for students, I love using these pencil boxes. The pencil boxes have their team numbers on them, and their team numbers can be found by looking at the origami that's above their team. So this one has 2 flying monkeys, so couch is team number 2. The one behind it, there are 6 cranes, so that's team number 6, and so on. So that's how I do my team numbers. So I always use these pencil boxes. They've been really helpful. I've been using them 17 years, so they've really held up. I used my Cricut Joy last year to put on vinyl numbers, so I'm excited for those because I know they won't come off. So inside each pencil box, they have scissors, they have colored pencils, they have the squares that I cut out yesterday for their quilt, and a pencil sharpener. So, got that done. I've got their start slide up, and I'm going to work on their syllabus.
We're in math. The three and then like the square bottom. Oh, that's not.
Nora! Oh, our work!
Bro, we have a minute left.
Wait. Oh my god, 39 seconds? Wait,
I just put the support. Okay, yeah. Stop, you're gonna break it.
No, we need some more days.
All right, so I've had my first 2 classes, my geometry and my pre-calc. So you saw in the last couple of clips of the marshmallow challenge that my students did. Even the kids that have done it with me for a couple of years still have a lot of fun doing it. I think my pre-calc kids really enjoyed it, especially knowing that, the rest of the semester is going to be a little more difficult. So I'm on my prep right now, so I'm going to work on finalizing the syllabus for each of my classes and then start working on just prepping for next week for my quantitative reasoning class. All right, so I've had a pretty productive plan period. It is now about 1 o'clock, so it is time for lunch. So I'm gonna head into our office and get my lunch warmed up.
What if we like?
Well, that looks terrible.
Okay, I have an idea.
It doesn't have to look pretty.
All right, so it is the next morning, right after the kids left yesterday. I had to leave as well to head over to physical therapy. So I'm sure you've noticed in some of my videos that I'm wearing a beautiful boot. I have been dealing with pains from plantar fasciitis for several years, and it's gotten to the point where I can't walk anymore. So the boot has been helping. So I've got physical therapy a couple times a week right now. I just started yesterday. So, you know, first day of school, first day of physical therapy. It was wonderful. So anyway, I thought I'd take you along for today as well. I do see my other 3 classes today. So I'm going to see 2 more geometry classes and my quantitative reasoning class. So I just got to school. So let's go ahead and head in. Okay, so it's about 9 o'clock right now, and I actually have accomplished nothing because my husband had car trouble. So I had to run home, pick up the kids, drop them off at their 2 schools because, you know, they can't be at one school. So got them to school, just got back, again, 9 o'clock. So I've got my first class starting at 10. So I still have some time. So I'm going to work on making sure I have everything set up for today, and then I'm going to start working on my plans for next week. All right, so it's lunchtime. I know I didn't film anything during my 2 classes this morning. The first class that I saw had 30 kids. It was huge. I was dealing with several students who refused to comply with the cell phone policy, and then I had an entire group that refused to just participate at all. So I'm a little frustrated with that. So didn't film during that class, and then my last class, it was just completely forgot. So I do have one more class after lunch, so I will see if I can get some video of their activity. But I'm gonna eat lunch and then get ready for my last class of the day. All right, so we're going to do the Marshmallow Challenge. So for those of you guys that don't know what it is, which most of you guys had me within the last 2 years. So the Marshmallow Challenge. The challenge is to build the tallest freestanding structure using only, you guys get 20 sticks of spaghetti, uncooked, so at least they're not cooked. Huh?
Oh.
I touched them all.
I'm still gonna eat this. It's got my germs all over it.
All right, 26 of spaghetti, you get 1 yard of tape, you get 1 yard of string, and you get a marshmallow. You get scissors, but the scissors are only to cut the spaghetti, to cut the string, to cut the tape. That's it. You're not actually using the scissors to build anything or in your structure. It's just the tool.
Can I use it to cut the marshmallow?
No. The rules. The team structure must stand on its own for measuring. Teams that are supporting or touching the structure while I measure get disqualified. So you can hold the structure until I come over and measure, but as soon as I'm getting ready to measure, you gotta let go, and then I'll measure. If it doesn't stand, then you get a nice big fat 0. I mean, not as a grade, but as a height. Okay. You guys can use as little or as much of the string, the spaghetti, the tape as you want. You don't have to use it all. You don't have to use any of it. If you don't want to use any spaghetti, okay, actually you want to use some spaghetti, right? That you probably want to use, okay? But you don't have to use all of it. The entire marshmallow must be on the top of your structure. No cutting it, Grace. No pulling it apart. No eating it. I mean, I guess if you eat it afterwards, but that's so gross. We're all touching it. Okay. We'll call you out on it, like Jonathan ate his 2 years ago, and we made fun of him for it. It was great, and I made fun of him yesterday for it. So I'll remember. So don't eat the marshmallow. You can't break it off into little pieces and use it like glue. Nope, it's got to stay together, and it's going to go at the top of your structure. You're going to have 18 minutes. 18 minutes seems like a long time. It's really not. It'll go by super quick. I'll be like 10 minutes, and then I'll be like 5 minutes, and you're like, That was like 30 seconds ago. So, it goes quick. The winning team is a team that builds the tallest freestanding structure, measuring from the tabletop surface to the top of the marshmallow. So 2 important things in here. Freestanding. You cannot tape it to your table. You cannot hang it from the ceiling. Okay? I have to be able to, if I wanted to, move it like up to my front table and without, having to undo anything. Okay. The other part of that is that the marshmallow, the top of the marshmallow is where I stop measuring. So if your marshmallow's here and then you put all this other spaghetti above it, none of that fancy spaghetti counts. Okay. Just wherever the top of the marshmallow is, that's as high as I measure. Okay. So keep that in mind. I've done this with all of my other classes. You guys are my last class. I have 4 geometry classes, 1 pre-calc class, and you guys, and I have winners from all of my classes with varying heights. And then I will have 1 overall winner, and they can brag to their friends that they're the best at building a spaghetti tower, because that is really a lifelong skill right there.
Yes.
I mean, it's not, but it's a great thing to brag. Put on your resume and you're applying to colleges. I built the best spaghetti tower. They're going to be so impressed. Okay, I have to hand out all of the supplies. So while I'm handing out the supplies, you guys talk to each other, make a plan, figure out how you want to do this. While I'm handing out the supplies, you are not allowed to touch the supplies. No cheating. They will pop and we'll laugh. So please do not touch any of the supplies until I tell you to start. So I got to get everything out first. So you guys plan, figure out how you're going to do this. Your time starts now. Go.
Walk to school.
There is a
18 minutes.
18 minutes. You guys need to get started.
Are you sure? You finish wrapping now. I'll start wrapping this. Okay. I'm being bullied over here. I need to call.
You didn't hear anything. You didn't hear anything.
I totally
Okay, well, how many touches it? Nobody touched it, dude.
30 seconds.
I really want to know what to say.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, no more building. You guys can hold it until I come to measure. So out of our 4 teams, we had 2 teams that had structures that actually stood. So standarded, right? We're not in English. We can talk however we want. So team 4 and team 5 were the only ones. So one of them was a height of 15 and one of them was a height of 20.5. And our winner is team 5. Why did we do this?
Math.
Teamwork, right? Math. I mean, we can say shapes and all of that stuff, but we're not in geometry anymore. Okay, so teamwork. This class is going to be huge on working with teams. So I know some of you guys were sitting by yourselves. You're more than welcome to sit by yourself until we start doing the classwork and all of that stuff. You're going to have to work with other people. Okay, so that's the biggest thing. Being able to talk with each other, communicate with each other, being able to use your resources and figure out how does this work? How can we use this? All right, so it is 5 o'clock. School ended. Kids left at 3:45. I've just been getting a few things around so that I'm prepared for Monday, talking with the teacher next door. So just showing you guys, Friday, I have my kids put the chairs up so that my floors can get mopped, and the kids are really great about helping me out with that. So yeah, here's to the weekend. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're interested in following along with my journey of teaching high school math, please subscribe, and I will catch y'all later. Bye.